independent scene is very tough, you know, to get finance and to get movies going. And sometimes, you know, it's just that practical thing, like, Jason, you got to be in my movie, and I'm going to ask Bill, I'm going to ask Charlie, and you're working in your world. And this film, the house is my house. I shot at my house. Charlie's clothes are many of my clothes. My bathrobe is the kimono. And the car is my car, the bus is my bus. It's all stuff in my life. And
the wine is for your father as well.
And the wine is for my dad, exactly. So part of it is, like any filmmaker, you're just grabbing the pieces that are in your world to make it happen.
From the beginning, I wanted to make a film without a typical narration, without a beginning, a middle, and an end. And also in the story, I wanted to be like small fragments of a reality. Like Calvino used to say that the truth on something, I think something that really captures our attention is that moment when we see it, we turn, and it already disappears. So I had always in my mind the idea of capturing really a little fragment of that moment. But then that fragment had to be like a compression of many moments that I lived together with the characters.
Well, something did happen. And that thing was simply an error in the sequence. A sequence that I was shooting that was quite complicated. You will see it, with a police van coming. But it was so dangerous every time the police came in such a fast speed that it was about to fall, you know, go on us. But I kept on repeating redundantly, because I've gotten my take already in the 5th or 6th. I went in the 12th, God knows why. And then a mistake happened. And a walkie-talkie fell from one of the actors, and that was for me the narrative plot. So the story continues with my character picking up the walkie-talkie, and the story becomes about the police searching for the walkie-talkie, which I put somewhere, and it becomes another, you know, it becomes like a film inside the film.
Aquilo que eu percebi é que o tema que me interessou nesta altura, quando eu tinha 35 anos, mais ou menos, era a definição. Aquele problema que se põe aos homens, e que se punha aos homens e às mulheres, por volta dos 30 e poucos anos, que é: o que é que vai ser o primeiro dia do resto da minha vida? Quem é que eu vou ser a partir de amanhã? Sou um professor? Sou um artista? Sou um pai? Sou um marido? O momento da definição que ocorre na vida dos adultos por volta dos 30 e poucos anos. Eu passo a ser isto e passo a ter um nome de uma profissão, mesmo nos hotéis, coisa que eu sempre evitei dizer qual era a minha profissão. Este sistema é o fim da adolescência, é o fim da juventude. Ou seja, eu agora se calhar roubava ao Shakespeare o verso que eu poria como epígrafe a este filme, onde eu pus um verso do meu amigo Rui Belo, muito conhecido esse verso. Na altura em que eu pus não era tão conhecido, mas no Winter's Tale do Shakespeare ele diz: to live tomorrow as today, viver amanhã como hoje, and be a boy eternal, e ser-se eternamente um rapaz. Se calhar é deste verso do Winter's Tale que as personagens deste filme têm saudade, dor, nostalgia, porque, como diria Rosalini, as coisas estão lá porque manipulá-las, e eles não deixam de estar permanentemente a manipular, porque já não podem ser crianças vivendo amanhã como hoje. Eu espero que dancem o twist depois deste filme.
I remember Benicio arriving to me something like 4 or 5 days before the shooting, with a very worried face, you know, and I was surprised and shocked. He was saying to me, Arnaud, don't worry. So I was worried because he was saying not to be worried. And he was saying, don't worry, but I won't be close to my shrink until I meet his girlfriend, Madeleine. You know, because I have to stay defiant, you know, because I'm not a Caucasian, I'm a native, you know, so I can't be confident with him until I meet, you know, so don't be afraid if I look cold and restrained, you know, but until I met his girlfriend, you know, I have to stay alone, and I have to stay by myself. And I remember the second day of the shooting, we had this first scene between Mathieu and Benicio. You know, it's the scene where the shrink is approaching, near his patient, and after a few takes, it was a quite complicated shot, with the tracking, etc. And after a few takes, Benicio burst in laugh and said it would be really difficult not to fall in love with my shrink. So that was the shock between, and also the shock between the tall Benicio and the small Mathieu, and everything worked perfectly.
I hope you will enjoy it, and I hope to see you tomorrow at my concert.
Okay, thank you, and enjoy the movie.